Welcome and thanks for watching what could be the first of many short informal videos explaining the basic concepts behind some of our more technologically oriented contracts. My name is Keith Folks and I lead the technology contracts category for E&I, and I hope that this video will be informative for you to get the very basics of what you need to communicate well with our members as it relates to technology contracts. So let's get started. So first, what is the cloud and why do colleges and universities use it? So let's start with a quick example. So we have a institution here, as it is a University of Cucamonga, and information technology-wise, they're fairly isolated. They have their own servers in their own data center, or if it's a large institution, many data centers. And there's a lot of costs involved in everything from server upgrades to replacements, AC power, air conditioning, fire suppression, backups, all the staff that's involved in managing and keeping up all of this technology. So there's a lot of cost involved. So once we look at the cloud, what we're talking about is moving those systems and servers or those systems to other servers that are managed by outsourced people like our contracts, CDWG and DLT, and those servers reside in one or many places across the internet. In essence, the internet here is the cloud. It houses data. It also allows many different institutions to connect into the cloud, use the same systems or co-located systems out there across the country, and it lowers the total cost of ownership. So it helps lower staff costs. They share all of the overhead, power, air conditioning, backups, all of those things including staff. So in some cases, many cases, staff at those institutions can be reallocated to be more customer oriented and customer facing. So that's a big plus for a lot of these institutions. So it in essence lowers the total cost of ownership of having these systems. Now, the first piece of this is cloud systems. So the servers out there with CDWG and DLT. Um, the next step in this process is hosted software as a service. Now, what that means and what it means for us and the contracts is we are going to be working over the next 2 years in creating contracts for the major ERP companies, and a lot of different things, including learning management systems. You know those as maybe Blackboard or Canvas or Desire to Learn or any number of different vendors out there. So that's what we're looking at further into the future. As we go along, the software as a service and the contracts are going to be kind of their own cloud. So we'll have an Oracle contract, hopefully, or we'll be looking at a Lucian contract or a Salesforce contract that are all software that's used, that resides out in the cloud, much like a Yahoo or a Google or something like that that you would connect to, but you would be connecting to your own administrative system out in the cloud to save money and time and staff overhead. So we're hoping that as we go along, we will have a offering of many different software as a service contracts. It's very interesting to know that CDWG already has software as a service availability out there. So an institution that uses Office 365, as we just went to corporately, they would go and they would contract all of their email or all of their Office applications out to the cloud. Same thing with Google Apps or Dropbox or Box. They can all access these applications out in the cloud from CDW. Amazon Web Services are also available from DLT, and Amazon Web Services are used widely for large institutions who want to put their own applications and systems out there in the cloud themselves and don't want to rely on maybe an outside vendor. So Amazon Web Services is used widely, as is Microsoft Azure, which is available through CDWG for the same reasons. Thanks so much for spending just a little bit of time with me to understand the basics of some of our technology contracts and what is being offered by our suppliers. It's so important for us to kind of understand the basics so that we can converse and understand a little bit more about the needs of our members and how our contracts can fill those needs. So if you have any questions or if you have any suggestions of how we can make these videos a little easier and maybe a little more informative, please email me at keith@eandi.org. Thanks so much and have a great day.